Greetings. Father Tom Knoblach. I'm going to talk very briefly about 5 tips if you're a college student thinking about going off to school and you have your car, and what do I need to know to keep my car on the road. So 5 brief things. There are many things that could be talked about. One is checking your oil. Most cars will have things that you need to attend to in yellow. So the dipstick will be something like this in yellow. To check your oil, you want to let your car cool down for maybe 2 or 3 minutes to let the oil drain down into the pan. And you want it on a level surface so you get an accurate reading. Simply pull the dipstick, wipe it down, and you will see on the dipstick there will be a mark of some sort. This one has hash marks. So this is the low mark, this is the high mark. So you wipe it clean, insert it back into the slot tube for the oil, and then you will read your oil level. This one is right exactly up to the full mark. You want to keep your oil full but not over full, because if it's over full it won't lubricate and can burn and damage your catalytic converter. Second thing you want to do is make sure your tires are at the proper pressure. Inside your door you will find a sticker. On almost any car, it'll be inside the driver's door, which will tell you your inflation pressures. You want your tires to be cool for proper pressure. As you drive, the pressure goes up because heat changes the tire pressure. And so you want to check them when they're cool. Most cars are at 32, 33, 34, 35 pounds, something like this. You take the little valve cap off. If you don't have these, you should spend a few cents to get one. It keeps the dirt and debris out of the valve. And tire pressure gauge looks something like this. There's different kinds. Some are round with a dial, some are electronic. This is the old-fashioned kind that has the numbers. As you check the pressure, the tube will come out. And this one has 36 pounds, which is what is the correct pressure. Tire pressure is important because if tires are underinflated, you get poorer gas mileage, the handling of the car is compromised, and you can also generate more heat, which will ruin your tires faster. If they're overinflated, they will wear, and you'll have a much wear in the middle, and you'll have a much rougher ride. So tire pressure changes, again, with the external temperature. So for every 10 degrees temperature difference, the pressure changes 1 pound. If you check them in the summer and they're fine, you need to check them in the fall and winter because they will be low, and vice versa. The third thing is what happens when your check engine light goes on. There's a number of warning lights on your dash. Your owner's manual is your friend. It will tell you what all those lights mean. Many of them are convenience matters. My washer fluid is low, my door is ajar. Some are very important. If your oil pressure light goes on, stop the car. Get somewhere safe and stop the car. If the temperature light goes on, you'll want to get somewhere safe and shut the car off as well. One of the most common lights, it says check engine, or there'll be a little outline of an engine, and it will come on when you start the car. It's supposed to go off. If it stays on or comes on when you're driving, you want to figure out what is going on. It's something that affects the emissions on the car. The most common cause for a check engine light is the fuel cap. If it's not tight, or if the seal in that cap after an older car will no longer seal, and then your engine light will go on. The code will be P0400. You can go to AutoZone or many parts stores which will read your check engine light codes for you for free. They won't fix it for free, but they'll tell you what is wrong. But that's the first thing you should always check, to make sure the fuel cap is tight after you've gotten fuel. The other thing I would recommend is to get to know your owner's manual. It will have a schedule in it for scheduled maintenance, recommended maintenance. There's a lot of things that cars are really very long-lived now, so maybe 100,000 miles for spark plugs, 20, 40, 60,000 miles for brake pads, depending if you drive in town or on the highway. But you'll want to just kind of keep up with the maintenance of your car because it's much cheaper to maintain than to repair. Some things get very expensive. So your owner's manual will tell you things to watch for and what scheduled maintenance should be. How to check your coolant, your oil, other fluids in your car, and what to watch for in terms of those lights when they come on, what they mean, and what you should do.